Hey, what's up, YouTube? All right, today is Sunday. I was actually gonna tackle this bicycle. I got two bicycles a couple weeks ago at a yard sale. One for me, this one right here, and another older showing for my fiance. But anyways, this one, as you can tell, is all chrome, but it was left outside for a while. So if you could tell, it's got a lot of superficial rust and some thicker rust on some of the areas. Some thicker areas, like for instance the fender right here. You guys can see all that. Now obviously we won't be able to take all of that stuff off to the very chrome, but a lot of the stuff on the actual frame we will be. Well, I thought I'd just show you guys a quick little secret that I have. A lot of people know to use WD-40, but I have never heard of other people. I did detailing a while back at a auto shop or auto sales place right here in town, and this was told to me to do by my manager. If you have buffing compound, maybe even like turtle wax, you mix that in with some WD-40 and it makes this really crazy looking, I don't know, just gunk, so just mix it in. WD-40 obviously helps with not getting the scratches on the frame, but I feel like the buffing compound always helps even more and actually buffs as it goes. So if you guys notice here, I'm going to leave one spot. If you stand here and wipe over the exact same spot, for a few minutes at a time, you will get not scratches, but you'll see how it gets dull. Just go over with your microfiber, see a big difference. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is on this right here, the steel wool, the best one to use if you go to like a hardware store, you get the one with the 4 zeros. It's the finest one they have. It runs you maybe anywhere from $4 to like $6 for a little packet of, I think, up to six of these right here. And then I just usually tear them in half or tear them into thirds. It's just easier to handle with a small piece. Instead of having a big bulky piece on your hand, you have a small area where you can control with your fingers. So yeah, that's my mix. I'll show you guys in another spot right here, probably this chain guard. I'll wipe it first, that way you guys can see that it does have some rust. So I don't know if you could tell right here. There it is. See it? Watch. Alright, good. Wipe off the microfiber. There it is. You will notice that it leaves some indentations. For instance, like, I don't know, that was actually, it looks like a little speck, but it's not. It's just the chrome. But just because when the chrome when the rust develops in the chrome, it actually does kind of affect the inside coating underneath the chrome. So you're basically just taking off the oxidation or the rust on the outer edge. So you can't actually ever fully take it off, but you can clean it out to where it looks really, really good still. I'm gonna do a piece of this drive right here, this chain ring, or whatever they're called. I think it's called a chain ring. But let's see. Now, if you have an old bicycle or even a new bicycle that has developed a little bit of superficial rust, this is what I would recommend you guys to do. And it takes a few minutes, especially if it's very, very light. It'll make it look like new. The older and the longer it's been outside for, obviously you're not going to get all that great, but you will definitely get a lot better. So we'll do half of this only, that way you guys can see the other half. You guys can see the bottom half here still has the rust. The top part is nice and clean. Here, let me show you on the spoke. It will be cleaned a little bit. It will clean. However, I mean, this is gonna take forever just to do one rim. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna have these powder coated. So I would have to actually remove every single spoke and clean it out. But at the powder coating shop, you know, they'll hit it with the sandblaster, and it'll be nice and clean, and then they'll shoot it with whatever color. I'm thinking probably gonna go with flat black. It's like most of my projects, most of my rims. I don't know, I like the black color on the rims. I don't think that chrome always looks that good, or any other color. So you should, probably you guys have noticed by on my YouTube videos, every car that I've owned usually ends up with black rims. Just like my Impala will in a minute. Alright, so you guys see those two spokes I already did. This is the rim, and half of the hub. I mean, I could just see it on screen how it pops up right away. Also, though, the thing you have to also consider is the fact that this rust is pretty thick into the metal already. So even if you wipe it off and clean it, you're gonna have to constantly be maintaining it in order for the rust not to develop. If you guys have a project out there, this obviously doesn't pertain to only bicycles. If you have a chrome bumper, or an older truck, older car, you could do the exact same thing. I've done this method for years and it works. You know, what I'll do right now, I'll show you this. This is what I do on my fenders on my bicycles. For instance, this one right here, you can see this is not gonna come off. So what I always do, I clean it out on the inside as best I could, and then I remove the little braces. And what I'll do is I'm gonna paint the inside, or the inside of the fender with a flat black, and then I wipe off all the excess paint with using the steel wool and the oil. Once the paint is dry, and then it'll actually end up looking a lot better with the bottom of the fender painted black. Alright, you guys can see the difference. You can be a little bit more aggressive in an area like this that you know you're going to end up painting, just to make sure you get all the ugly spots like this off. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to have to wash it with soap and water and let it dry, or air dry with the air compressor, just because it is very oily, you know, because of the WD-40 and the buffing compound. So make sure you wash it off real good, that way the black paint sticks. If you want to primer it, you can do that. So I'll pause this video and then I'll resume as soon as I'm done with that, so you guys can see the finished let me show you how the fender looks beforehand. You can see all that rust all over there. So I'll clean it up. That way you guys can see a finished fender. Alright guys, so like most of my videos, it's getting dark. It got the bike fender put back on. It's not all bolted up there, I just did it so I can show you guys. Cleaned up pretty good. If you really want to polish it up and make it look like glass, you can always use like Meguiar's polish. Use like a drill, you know, and go over it to polish it up really nice. Came out looking pretty good. Trying to focus in on it, but the camera's having a hard time. There it goes. So you can see those little tiny imperfections. Those actually used to be rust spots, but now they're gone. So now I can put some either wax or polish it on top, and then it'll make it a little bit more rust resistant. I did paint the inside flat black. I used heat paint. Then I took my steel wool and I sanded the little areas right in here all the way down to get the black paint from inside there. So I didn't really mask it off, just because the lip has that little roll. See the little rolled up area right here? So with the steel wool, it came right off. But see, now you don't have to deal with looking at that ugly part on the bottom, looking all ugly and rusted. Now it's just all black, so it gives for a better look. Just gotta wash the tires, clean out the rims a little bit. I can actually ride it once it's cleaned up, and then I'll just send the rims in to get powder coated as soon as I can. Alright, so I flipped it over. I cleaned up some spots, that way you can get a better idea on how to on the cleaning. So as you can see right there, I cleaned only the one half. So it took off a lot of the rust. And I mean, it was equally rusted on both sides. And in there, I couldn't get it. I'm gonna try to see if I can get like a small piece of wood or something and run the steel wool inside there. But I'll get it. As far as that though, I mean, there's a difference right there. I mean, to get this little area right here, all you gotta do is just take off the seat post and then take off the clamp, and then you can hand sand every single one of them with the steel wool. Cleaned up real nice. There's a little bit of dirt still on here. I haven't cleaned it yet. I'm just kind of wiping off some areas, but the pedals all cleaned out really good. It had a lot of superficial rust on here too. Right here also you can kind of see I went on this half only. I left that half alone. There you guys can see the difference. For the best results, just always remember to keep your mix properly mixed in. So you know, you put some WD-40, some rubbing compound, and then make sure you shake it constantly, because the compound drops down to the bottom. So you'll be wiping it with pretty much just WD-40. So yeah, just a quick video on how to clean off rust off of chrome. Like I said, it doesn't have to only be a bicycle. It could be a bumper and whatnot. I'll probably post a video on this bicycle. I'm not sure if you guys saw one of my earlier videos when I was doing the pod install on my truck. I have a trike setup that I was planning on doing on another bicycle and do a stretch frame on that, but this bike is kind of neat, so I'm not sure if I want to do the trike extension on this one, or I might just even build like a tricycle type wagon and haul it with this. I'm not sure. If you guys care for either or, you guys are free to comment on the comment section. Maybe I'll take you guys' advice and go from there. As of now, I got tons of other projects that I'm planning on doing, so this might just stay in the back burner for a while. Alright, thanks for watching.